kids. You were saying you don't have kids. You don't have kids.
No.
Right.
I know. I was like, sometimes I don't know about. Do you know something I don't know?
But know about what you would have to have them.
What? You looked at me like.
No. Well, because us men can't have them, and you all are awesome. If you can or you can't, cool. But for you, you haven't had them. Why? Is it like you haven't? You haven't found the right
person.
The person.
Yeah, I think for me, again, going to therapy, for me, it's just I want like a strong unit family. I want like teamwork in it. And so, yeah, I just haven't found somebody. I just didn't want to have a kid and then like either me be on my own or we had different views or raise him differently. I wanted to make sure my child was going to be like, okay, because like I said, when I was a kid, I was just constantly in a stressful environment, and I didn't want to have to create that for my child. Like everyone says like, oh, I want my kid to have everything that I didn't, but it was really like, no, I really don't want my kid to have everything that I don't want them to be in that stressful survival mode 24/7. Like that's just not what I want, which is why I try to work super hard to make sure that like, okay, once whatever they want to do, if they want to go to school, if they want to pursue something like an entrepreneuring, like whatever it is that they want to do, I can at least help support them. Not kind of like, well, you're on your own.
You're on your own. You have to go get a loan or a grant or be in debt. Yay.
Yeah, good luck. Take care of me. Make sure you pay off my debt.
Kids. Yay.
I definitely want to have kids for sure, but do I have any at this time? No. But yeah, I would like to either have one. Obviously, I need to find a partner first. Definitely partner is needed. I would like to have the whole family. But I mean, it has not happened yet, and I'm okay with that. Even though we are getting older, a lot of people kind of just are like, oh my god, you're at that age where you need to start popping them out.
Popping them out.
Like, yes, I get it, I do, but, like, I don't want to be reckless about it either.
Like, oh, yeah, you're hot, let's go in there.
Yeah,
bro.
Exactly. Yeah, I hope to one day. I mean, I even thought about, like, I could possibly do it myself, you know what I mean? Like, of course, if I don't find my partner, I'm not opposed to that either.
Wait, like, how are you saying, like, you... Well, I've heard of this. It's only you.
Yeah.
So there's certain spots that you get certain things from men, like our age. Wow.
There's a specific term too, and I can't think of it right
term
now.
Where you're like, oh, hey, and then and then good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very interesting.
I mean, I don't
like a basted turkey.
Yes,
a
I'm not
basted
opposed
turkey.
to that. I mean, if it comes. When I reach an age where I still have not found my partner, my, love of my life, like, I won't oppose to that. But then I'm okay with not having kids in general. I have a big family, a lot of nephews, a lot of nieces. So, I mean, of course, I definitely want one, but I don't think having a kid is mandatory either. So
okay.
It's not. It's where you are in life, and if you choose to bring life into this world. But... yeah.
That's valid. Yeah, cause how you're saying, people are like, oh, you have to have them. You're a girl, you can. It's like, you should. It's like, are you gonna pay for it? Are you gonna watch them? Are you gonna do everything with? Oh no, I just have my opinion. Okay, well, if you wanna hop into my life, if that makes any sense, then let's do it. But if not, you can hold that on your own. Yeah. Because you have people who are just like, oh, you should. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I see that. It's there, but I'm like, okay, cool. You don't know her life, right?
Exactly.
So, on you now. So, is it is it more on you because you're the only girl, right?
In my family, yeah.
That's right. Mm-hmm. So it's like, hey, you need to have them. I want, all that kind of stuff there, like with mom and dad.
I think before, because I've always been like school oriented and like career goal oriented, they kind of never pushed it on. But now, because my parents are older, and I feel like now they're kind of, and they don't have any grandkids. There's no nieces or nephews in my family, so it's just dogs. Okay. Like all we have is dogs.
Yeah.
so they're kind of like, okay, like, when are you guys going to start having them? And we always said my little brother was going to be the first one to have. Like, oh, my little brother, he'll be the first one to have it. But yeah, none of us have kids. I would love kids if it's in, the cards for me.
Yeah.
If it isn't, then I accept that as well. But yeah, I just have to see what happens. It's all in God's hands at this point. So never.
So you are are you Christian? Catholic.
Yeah.
But I'm not really like way into that stuff. So from being Catholic and Christian,
it's like
what's the difference?
So we're Christian but Catholic. It's like, I know it's confusing.
Okay. Christian but Catholic.
I know. Yeah, that's what they say. Like, we're the Christians but Catholic. So I'm a Catholic Christian.
That's cool.
Yeah. So with Christians, because we believe in God and we believe in Jesus, right?
Okay.
But I can't speak too much on, like, I don't know if they believe in the Holy Spirit.
What
I'm
is
not too
they?
sure. Like Christians. I don't know if they believe in Holy Spirit.
Yeah, but you are a Christian Catholic.
Christian Catholic. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But because you have
okay.
like the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, so we
Okay.
believe in the Trinity. I don't know if they believe in the Trinity. I'm going to say they do. I'm not too sure. Sorry if I'm not trying to offend anybody.
Too late.
For us,
Too late. She's a fake one. No, I'm kidding.
But it's the practice of it. So with Catholic, a lot of people are like, oh, you guys do like so much in Mass, like a lot of kneeling, a lot of standing, a lot of prayers. You guys
Well,
pray
yeah,
to
he's the
saints,
big homie
you guys,
up there.
Yeah, you guys pray to saints. You guys, honor Mother Mary. You guys have all so. But for me, I was like a cradle Catholic, so basically I was born being Catholic. But I really started practicing my faith when I was 16. I prayed and I said, God, if I get a car, I'm driving myself to church. I got a car and I said, okay, driving myself to church. So I go to church.
He's like, bro, you gotta go to church, but you be wild. You need to
Save yourself before. And so I was going to church by myself at 16. My family wasn't too into like the church going thing, so I would just go by myself. And then my mom, she started to really get into the practicing of it now, and she goes weekly. But I've always just been into my faith. I just feel like without God, everything I have would have not been possible. He's really my strength and just everything that I am. So.
That's awesome. And for a lot of people out there who are in God, who aren't into God, I'm not trying to put anything on you. You guys can make your own thing, but like for me, I don't like people who are like, hey, you should do this. You have to be a certain. No, if you, whoever, cool, do that. If you like for you seen it helps out your life.
Right.
Do it. For me, I know for sure there is. I would say there is something up there, or somebody, whoever, because I would say we aren't that bright. We are not that smart. So for certain things, it's like, oh, you did this because you do work in mysterious ways. All this kind of stuff.
Right.
Are you religious or a person of faith?
I don't practice
any
of it, unfortunately.
Okay.
I do believe that
there is
power.
Yeah.
But I don't have much of an opinion. Obviously, I'm Hispanic, so I've grown up Catholic. But
you're like, I never went, or what? You just
very rarely. But I don't practice at all. I'm just here for emotional support.
She's like, I'm good. No, I would say, yeah. So like, you got some people who don't want to be in front of a phone. I have a phone, so like, oh, this is hard. It's interesting. I'm gonna look a certain way. Cool, good. I look a certain way. I am bald. Just fine because my hair is going. See, and sometimes you have to just kind of.
Own it.
Yeah, I'm not trying to own this because it's going, so I have to shave it because like up here it's I'm not doing that. All right, so for our last topic of the day, I really wanted to sit with you guys because you were saying you were celibate.
Yes.
So like. Me, I was like, what does that mean? So it means you don't have intercourse?
Correct.
Right? And is it just that, or is it like...
For me, yeah.
Hugging, all that, or...
No, I feel like when it comes to celibacy, so I feel people try to avoid like hugging or touching in a certain way, kissing in a certain way, because before you know it, it passionately ends to something else.
You're like, oh,
yeah, it's like
smells
just
nice.
fell into your arms. Like,
Yeah.
like, wow, these lips are really good. And then before you know, it's like, oh boy.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, so I feel like obviously you know your limit. So if you kind of just know, like well, you got to stop here because it's gonna go to somewhere else. Yeah. But for me, it was just mainly intercourse.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, definitely.
No. I want it all. So.
I want my cake and I'm gonna eat it too. Oh, for sure. But
For sure.
Oh, all right. That was you want your cake. So like a cake for the.
No, I'm just saying I'm definitely not celibate. I respect her for doing that. I mean, I'm a passionate person. I'm a passionate person, so that's definitely on the table.
She's like, All right. So like for you, so what happened to be like, oh nope, over with.
To being celibate?
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
So my last relationship, he was super Catholic. He was kind of over the top Catholic, like not over the. He just would kind of shove it down your throat. No, he would try to shove it down everyone's throat.
Oh.
And I'm all for evangelizing people, but I feel like how you were saying, everyone has to go at their own pace. So basically, for me, my mission is just to plant seeds. And at that point, it's you and God. Like, there's nothing more I could do. I planted the seed, and if you're curious, you have questions, like, let me try to guide you into that. Or if you're not ready for that, then, whenever you choose to have the relationship that you do. For him, though, it was just like, you're wrong, you're going to hell, you need to do this. Yeah. And I was just, and I didn't like that. Yeah, basically. So I was like, oh boy. So his thing was just like, no sex, no, we're not doing any of that. But he would be the one.
Oh, it was him that didn't want to do it?
Yeah. Well, no, we did at first, like the first.
But he was an instigator.
He was. He would always passionately like, oh, let's like lay on the bed, let's do this and that. And then before you know it, he was the one that initiated it. So there would be plenty of times would mess up.
He's like, hey, you need to not have your pants on. They're dirty. Like is that?
I would not have doubted that.
Right? Yeah, so we were trying to be a celibate couple, waiting till marriage, basically, is what we were trying to do.
And that fell through.
And it fell through several times.
Oh,
and
geez.
but then he would make me feel guilty for, like, if it was my fault. And I'm like, wait, like, I'm not the instigator in this, so you are. Like, you're the one who said it, and you keep doing things.
Two to tango.
Right, right. And so it was just like, so I got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm again, don't want to be blamed for things. So I was like, all right, we're taking it off the table completely. But for me, I didn't understand the meaning of it. I kind of was just going along with what he said. So it wasn't until we broke up where I was like, you know what? I think I want to be celibate just because one, like being my age now, I just don't want a relationship to be all about that. And then two, I just think now understanding my religion a little bit more, it's more than just being passionately like in love with somebody. It's more of an act of that should be shared between husband and wife. It should be, because the whole point of having sex is to procreate. And so unless you're not ready to procreate, then you kind of need to avoid doing that act. And
shit, like you gotta, like, whoa, dang, like you gotta, I would say.
No, I'm about to contradict myself right now.
Hold that. Spilled the beans. No, well, okay, like you got a lot of people out there who are like, no, it feels good. Like I just want to do it with whoever.
And I think that's where it becomes different. So for me, because I'm in a relationship now, and I stressed that in the beginning that I'm celibate. I want to wait till I'm married.
Wait, hold that thought. Let's hop over there, girl. Well, you're like on the spotlight. All right,
take it away. No, you're good.
All right, so you're like, let's.
Yeah, I'm most definitely. I don't have no boundary or anything like that. Obviously, I give consent. You know what I mean? I'm not a floozy or anything like that.
Wait,
but like, I
believe a floozy?
I'm not. But I believe, like, if you're in a relationship, you know what I mean? I feel that is part of the love language as well. So that's why I'm not celibate and it's not off the table, because it's a different form of getting to know someone else.
Wait, hold on. So with that being said, hey, how's it going? How's your life? And then you're like, hey, I want to get to know you, and then
no,
well,
not like that. I'm just saying, like, in a relationship, obviously, when you're in a relationship,
no, obvious. No, like you got some people who are just like, Hey, you look good. Hey, this will be happening. Are you down? Done.
No.
Keep going. Sorry.
No. Not like that.
No.
I had to think about that.
She's like,
No. No, I mean, especially like you're in a relationship, you're getting to know someone. It doesn't have to be on the first date or the first 2 dates. It could be a month in, 2 months in.
like you got men out there.
You
Like, bro,
know
that's
what I
too
mean?
long. All right, go ahead.
You know what I mean? But it's not completely off the table. It's just
Like if
part
it
of-
happens, it happens.
Yeah. I mean,
If it happens,
not
you
in
know,
the
it's-
same week though. You know what I mean? Not the same day you're meeting that person. Of course.
It could happen.
It
It
I'm sure it does.
I mean, it could happen.
That shit happens all the time, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, all right. So, all right. So, so you're on the spot now. You're
I
done. Okay, so you're not celibate anymore. So how did that work out? Go. Like, hey, babe. Oh, dang, this is getting intense here. Yes. Like what? Like.
So yeah. So again,
Well, so not how it happened, but just
No,
kind of like your mindset.
Yeah,
She's
no.
like, yeah, no.
So it all started in the car.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Shit.
No. So prior to, because I was talking to him probably for maybe a month, maybe a little less than that.
Dang, in a month. It's the homie.
No, just talking.
Oh.
I'm telling the
all
homie
right.
guys that
Sorry.
way.
Go.
I mean, I'm okay with the 1 month rule.
It's a rule. No, okay, go ahead.
No, we were just talking for a month, but I stressed it to him prior, like, hey, I'm celibate, like, I really want to practice that part, so if you're not okay with that, then we should just kind of stop talking now, because that's why I want to continue. So he was okay with it, and I said,
He
okay.
pursued it. Go
He
ahead.
pursued it.
He's
So I
like,
said,
let's
okay.
see.
Like,
Sorry.
right?
Go
That's
ahead. Oh, shit. So that's the homie. Okay, go ahead.
And then we made it official. So I was like, okay, so we made it official. And I think just with this relationship, it's different from literally every relationship that I've had. And I think it's because I'm more confident in myself. And the fact that I'm more confident in myself just made this relationship better. And this one literally just came out of the blue. It was just I wasn't looking for anything. I was in the Mensa by my house. Like, I was just doing me. Like, I really just was trying to focus on doing me.
How'd you guys meet?
At a bar. It was like a country song.
It happened organically.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, you were there.
She was
I
witnessing.
was
She's
there.
actually the one who told me, give him your number. And I was like, I wasn't going to, but okay, I guess I will. So yeah, so we just, I don't know. It was just, it's just a completely different. And so anyways, then fast forward to what happened. So I kept stressing like, oh, I want to be celibate. I was like, we're not going to be celibate. Then we're either trying to have a baby. It's one or the other. And it was just like,
Wait.
no.
No.
I'm just saying that's what I was like. It's either one or the other.
Oh, okay.
And so that's because of me. I was like, I know if I say that, it's not going to happen. Because I was like, you know, who wants a kid at this like very moment? So I was like, you know,
Some
1
people
month in.
do.
Well, I mean, yeah. So it kind of just became that point. But there was just, you know, moments that I just couldn't prevent it. Unfortunately, it just
Hold your legs closed.
I get that. No, again, I was really, really trying to stay on that path. But for me, I think he's the one. And I feel like I know we're going to get married. And I know that that's it. So I wanted to wait because I told him, I was like, I only want my husband to know this. I don't want anyone else to know this. I just want my husband to know this part of me because this is something that we need to share.
Okay.
Like, I don't want anyone else to know that part of me but him. And so now that we've like kind of just talked about it, that's I'm like, yeah, you're just, you know, you're the one for me. So again, it wasn't correct how I did things, and we kind of did things a little out of order of how I wanted to do it. But he's just very respectful of my religion because he's actually Jehovah's Witness. So those are complete.
I don't even know about that.
It's a complete opposite spectrum. Like,
oh, so it's like, oh, here's the book you need to kind of. I've seen people. I'm like,
the ones that knock at your door. That'd be him.
we're not home. Okay.
So we're just and for me, my number one goal was to find a Catholic man, or at least Christian. I was like, I had to find somebody because I want to get married in the church. So for him being Jehovah's Witness, he's younger. It was just all younger. He's younger. Yeah.
How younger?
8 years younger.
Dang, he with the coop. No, I'm
Yes.
kidding. No,
I know. It makes me so sad. Literally, it took me a whole month to get over that. I was like, I can't talk to you. This is just like I took you off the swings. Like this is just not okay behavior.
Well, I'm sure as you age, though, it kind of. Well, of course, if you're That's what I'm not even hopping to that. But if you're a certain age and you're with like somebody super young, of course of age, it's weird, right? Yeah, but then as you age, it just kind of it's like, oh, it's somewhat normal.
I think it was more the maturity level for me. So even people my age, like being 32, there's a lot of men who are not mature. And it's not saying like
boys.
They're boys, yeah. They're
boys.
mentally not mature, emotionally not mature. They're just not mature because they just don't know what they want. They don't know how they want things, and it's just like, okay.
Oh, shit, that looks good.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. I was like, yeah, we don't got time for that. I was like, we need someone on the same level. So even though he is only 24, so he's really young, and I say it out loud, I'm like,
he got you though.
But his maturity level is just like...
You were here?
What do you mean I was here? I live here. No.
Wait, what are we talking about?
He's jumping to conclusions. Okay, go on.
It happened. Sorry.
What? What are we talking about?
Yep.
The relationship?
Okay, go ahead. Good.
Yeah, his maturity level is just anything that I could ask for, honestly. So we're definitely on the same level of the goals that we want. We're definitely on the same level of the things how we're trying to achieve it. Overall, he's a good person. He doesn't kick dogs, like he's like an overall good person. So even though me and him, some people can kick dogs. They're so mean.
Well, if I'm trying to get bit by one, it's getting kicked in the neck.
Well, I mean that's a little different, but some people just kick dogs because they're mean.
Shit, if I see somebody with the dog getting kicked, sorry. Go ahead. All right.
Yeah, and so like I said, everything that I think I've done that my whole life. I've always pictured everything of how I wanted it, and it's never gone that way. And so I told myself that, okay, God, I keep trying to write my own story, and this isn't my story to be written. This is yours. And so I had to step. So the moment I stepped back and I was really just doing me, that's when he came out of nowhere. Cool. And so I'm like, okay, and
it was her effort too.
And it was her effort too. He literally walked up, and then that's when.
Oh, he was up and said like, "Hey, what's up, girl?"
Yeah. Well, he went to go talk to her, buy her a drink. He's like, I want her to be occupied, and then he went to go buy me a drink.
Wait.
And then so we were all talking.
What?
And then that's when she was like, she's like, so you're going to give me your number? And I was like, I wasn't going to, Chio, but thank you. I guess I am now. And then so he's like, well, I want to take you on a date. And I was like, okay, free dinner, I guess. I guess I'll go.
Why not? You know what I mean?
And that's why I was like, I haven't been in, because I was single for a year. So I was like, get my feet wet, I guess. Free food.
So wait. So up on that date, what, where did you guys go and what did you eat?
We went to sushi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because for us men, if we're like, hey, if we're like, okay, for me, okay, okay, well, let's go most men. If I'm like, okay, I'm gonna spend a lot on you, I expect something. How I thought, bro, I just spent a couple hundo on you, I expect a kiss, a kiss. But so yeah, I asked him, he's like, sushi, all right. So he's like, I'm gonna spoil her a little bit. Is kind of what he was thinking.
Maybe, yeah, but we didn't even drink. We just had water on the date. So I really liked that. I was like, okay, we're not drinking on the date. We like that. We just ate, and then they were closing, and
late. You guys were there for a minute.
We kind of went to dinner. I guess it was 7, and they closed at 9. So
okay.
Yeah, and it was at the mall. So then he walked me to my car. And he's like, "Oh, you're driving to my car?" I said, "Yeah, okay." So then,
hop in my car. Sorry, go ahead.
I said, "All right." So then I drove him to his car, and then we talked in the parking lot for about 3 hours. We were just talking, and laughing, and just generally having a conversation. And it was nice to see just someone being real,
actual,
raw,
genuine.
And I was like, wow, there was nothing. We didn't kiss. We didn't all we did was hug, and that was it. I didn't kiss him probably until the 4th, 5th date. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, and he was very respectful.
Wow. No, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
She's like,
yeah, because he even texted me. He was just like, "Why do you always avoid kissing me?" I'm like, "Oh, you notice that?" Because sometimes I'd be like, "Let me just Christian side hug."
And she's like, "Your breath is hot."
Oh my gosh, no! I couldn't. I would have to.
You have sushi breath.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh.
So just him being that respectful to me, just to even wait that long for a kiss, I was just like, okay. So even just to everything, it was just very slow but fast, if that makes sense. It was just so for that, not that I felt like he deserved it, but it's just after that I kind of just knew he was the one. And I wish we would have.
He probably spent cash on you on all those dates.
She was all, now that I think about it.
She's like,
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, a few thousand, all for a kiss.
All for a kiss.
You're like, if you're in love, you're in love.
Exactly. If you're in love, you're in love.
Dang.
The heart wants what it wants.
Ooh. So for you don't have a person right now? You're just
No, I was in
Yeah,
a relationship. Well, we broke up. I think it was summer of last year, so it was like June.
Okay.
No, ending of July. So I'm just
You're
solo,
yeah.
taking it all in. I'm focusing on myself right now. I'm not trying. If it happens organically, I'm all for that too. But as of right now, I think I'll be top priority.
So what?
Until I meet the next person.
Yeah, that's always just to kind of sit back and be like, oh,
Yeah.
me. Oh, so like certain things about the after or if you broke up with that person, if like certain things about you, you're like, ooh, I was too hard on that person, or I'm angry, or I need therapy, all that kind of stuff, which is just smart. So like for you had to have somebody on your kind of like, oh, I want this out of life. You are up to that kind of person you've found.
Yeah, well, I think that was what was hard, again, because he's so young. So I heard his goals, but his goals I'm like, I already met. And so for me, that was kind of hard because
okay.
I'm kind of like, being 24 and you already having those goals, wanting to buy your house at 25, kudos to you, because I barely bought mine at 32, so like kudos to you. But I was just like, everything you're barely wanting to do, I already did. So I'm kind of just like, I don't want to like, not in a sense babysit, but I want to kind of like have already somebody who's already there, in a sense. But again, it was his maturity level and just seeing him very ambitious to getting to what he wants to, and just the way that his mind works, where I was like, okay, because your mind works in the same way that mine does, and you're really going to get it done. Because there's people who say things and don't go through with them.
Yeah.
But for him, it's just like, oh no, it's happening. Like the moment he says it, it's happening. That's how I am. The moment I say it, I'm making it happen. And so because I got that from him, I'm like, all right. I was like, yeah, this can work out. Because granted, again, you're so young, so you still have all that time to do all that. But you're going to do it in a faster pace than I did it. And, we're still on that same level of still just, building an empire. So, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. That is awesome to to have actually to not be out there so much, to kind of be held back and just like, hey, here's what's going on, and you meet somebody. If it works out, cool, and then like for you, if it actually works out and you're on the same kind of, I guess, how you are up top, which is awesome. Is that kind of how you kind of see it too, or you're just like, what's up, or no?
No, of course. I don't know. I don't know.
Hike. You're just kind of sitting back, but still open.
Yes, I'm basically open and just taking it slow. But of course, definitely.
Nice.
It all comes down to like, if you meet that person and the conversation is great and the values and goals are like not the same but aligned, most definitely. But as of right now, I'm not going into anything with any expectation, because I want to, you got to get to know them.
Yeah.
Try to figure it out. So I don't know. So yeah, that's me.
I think for Chio, she's a very understanding person, so she wants to understand you first. So even though maybe you don't have X, Y, and Z yet, she wants to know, okay, so what's hinder you from it, and how are we going to get there? So that's how like Chio functions. So it's so not the matter like, oh, you have to have this mansion, you have to have your car paid off, this and that. Like,
yeah, it's about growing with somebody.
But yeah, so that's it for her. I think it's just a matter of like, if I see the potential that you can grow, then I'm rocking with you. Mm-hmm. If I see the potential you're just a succulent that's not moving, then this ain't gonna work.
Still did it. Yeah.
I could have
No, that's a good one. Most definitely. That's why I'm completely open. I don't push for anything until I get to know that person. So.
That's super cool. And so at the same time, you do kind of think like her, but at the same time, you've already found that person who's like, okay, at this point, I want to do more. Are you going to be here with me to grow? Just kind of, how you're saying. That's super cool. So for whoever out there, who's stuck, right? Oh, I need this person to actually feel a certain way. Yes, I can see that. If you're like at home, alone or you don't have that person to talk to. I see that. Just cool, fine. You'll find your person. But we're about to wrap up. But are there any extra things, or like, do you just want to help whoever out there, either school, work, home, kids, being celibate ish? I'll say ish.
I like that.
Oh, I'm celibate. I'm gonna get up that.
Like, it doesn't happen often, but it does happen.
Every year? No, I'm kidding.
Once a year. It's like an eclipse,
It's a blood moon. Sun? Moon. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm okay.
No, I think it's just the matter of working at your own pace. Don't think that because someone else is up here, someone else is down here, that you're not moving in the right direction. Everyone has a different story. Everyone has a different character, what they're supposed to be writing in this life. And just go at that. Just have faith in yourself and confidence in yourself to know that you're doing your best, and just keep going forward with it and just, giving it all that you can.
Next.
I'm the same, you know what I mean? Take care of yourself. Be healthy. Mental health is such a big issue. Be goal oriented. Take your time to get there. There's going to be bad days, but there's way more good days. It's just about being positive, open.
And is there like an option for whoever out there to be like, hey, you're on Instagram and all that kind of stuff, or do you not want to?
I do. Actually, I have a side business for teeth whitening.
Girl, you didn't talk about that. Boy, you be slacking.
I know. I just remembered. Oh, I got excited. But yeah, I do
you're an entrepreneur at heart.
I am, and I'm an entrepreneur at side. So I have side business, house, career. So you can get there. It just depends, and not everyone has to have all that. Again, it's whatever makes you
do.
happy.
You're not trying to be at work the rest of your life.
I mean, you're really not.
That's a rant. Go ahead.
Yeah,
right.
it is. But
so,
yeah.
Your side business. If you're in the area, I'm pretty sure you're not. Like if you got you got someone from out of state, you're not trying to drive.
No, not really. I'm trying to keep it within 50 miles or less. If it's possible. But yeah, I have a mobile teeth whitening business. So yeah. So.
All right. So what's it called? And all the info
it's
is
called
on.
Say Ah. It's just Say Ah Smile on Instagram. That's a little pink background with a tooth.
Just one tooth.
Just one tooth, and it's shining.
The pink. So I will also. So on that, if you want to look into that, I'm gonna put that down below.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I have a side business.
I forgot about that.
Okay. All right. So that is it for today. I hope everybody out there, hopefully, I would say learn something, and if not, just kind of they were like, oh, they are this way. I'm kind of somewhat that way. I just want to learn from them, and hopefully, you guys either you learn from it, or on the back end, you guys are laughing because it was pretty funny for sure. But yeah, I hope everybody out there has a great day or night wherever you are, and over and out.
Peace.